The Titans of America, the rise of the robber barons. In the late 19th century, America was undergoing a period of immense change. The nation was transforming from an agrarian society to an industrial powerhouse. From this crucible of innovation and ambition emerged a new breed of businessmen, the robber baron. These men, with names like Carnegie, Rockefeller, Vanderbilt, and Morgan, built vast empires in steel, oil, railroads, and finance. They were ruthless competitors, captains of industry who revolutionized the way business was done. They amassed enormous wealth and power, often through questionable means. These titans were known for their innovation and philanthropy. They gave back some of their fortunes to build libraries, universities, and hospitals. But their methods were often brutal. They crushed competitors, exploited workers, and manipulated the government to achieve their goals. They were the ultimate symbols of American capitalism, both its promise and its perils. This era, dubbed the Gilded Age, showcased a stark contrast between lavish wealth and grinding poverty. The robber barons, with their opulent lifestyles and unchecked power, became lightning rods for criticism. The term robber baron itself reflects the mixed feelings they evoked, a blend of awe and resentment. Were they heroes who built America, or villains who exploited it for their own gain? This essay explores the rise and reign of these industrial titans. We will dissect their innovative yet often ruthless tactics, examine the consequences of their actions, and analyze their lasting legacy on modern America. A Gilded Age, opportunity and exploitation in the Industrial Revolution. The backdrop for the rise of the robber barons was the Gilded Age, a period of unprecedented economic expansion in the United States. The Civil War had ended, slavery was abolished, and the nation was brimming with industrial potential. Technological advancements like the steam engine, the Bessemer process, and later, electricity, fueled rapid industrial growth. Railroads in particular became the arteries of American commerce, connecting the vast nation and opening up new markets. This period saw a massive influx of immigrants seeking a better life, providing a large and cheap labor pool for the burgeoning industries. The government, eager to promote economic growth, largely adopted a laissez-faire approach, with minimal regulation and interference in business. This environment, ripe with opportunity, was tailor-made for ambitious and ruthless individuals. The robber barons, with their sharp business acumen and an insatiable appetite for wealth and power, were poised to capitalize on this economic boom. They understood the power of scale, technology, and ruthless efficiency. However, this era of rapid industrialization came at a price. While the robber barons amassed immense fortunes, the working class toiled in dangerous conditions for meager wages. Labor unions were in their infancy, and workers had little protection against exploitation. This stark inequality, the dark side of the Gilded Age, would eventually fuel social unrest and demands for reform. Carnegie's Steel Empire, a model of vertical integration. Andrew Carnegie, a Scottish immigrant who arrived in America penniless, became the epitome of a self-made man. He recognized the immense potential of steel, a crucial material for railroads, bridges, and buildings. Through shrewd investments and embracing innovative technologies like the Bessemer process, Carnegie Steel Company became a titan of the industry. Carnegie's business strategy centered around vertical integration, a system where one company controls all stages of production, from raw materials to distribution. He owned iron ore mines, coal mines, and coke ovens, ensuring a steady and cheap supply for his steel mills. He also controlled the railroads and shipping lines that transported his finished products. This eliminated reliance on outside suppliers and gave him a significant cost advantage over competitors. Carnegie was a ruthless competitor, known for driving rivals out of business through price wars and aggressive tactics. He believed in efficiency above all else, constantly seeking ways to cut costs and increase production. He paid his workers low wages and fiercely opposed labor unions. Despite his ruthless business practices, Carnegie was also a renowned philanthropist. He believed that the wealthy had a moral obligation to use their fortunes for the betterment of society. He donated millions to build libraries, universities, and other public institutions. Carnegie's story is a testament to the vast opportunities and the moral complexities of the Gilded Age. John D. Rockefeller, the founder of Standard Oil, became one of the wealthiest men in modern history through his dominance over the burgeoning oil industry. In contrast to Carnegie's vertical integration, Rockefeller employed a strategy of horizontal integration, focusing on controlling one aspect of the production process, in his case, oil refining. Rockefeller's Standard Oil used ruthless tactics to eliminate competition. He negotiated preferential rates with railroads, sometimes even receiving rebates on his competitors' shipments. He engaged in predatory pricing, selling oil below cost to drive rivals out of business. He also used his vast wealth to buy out smaller companies, absorbing them into his ever-growing empire. By the 1880s, Standard Oil controlled over 90% of American oil refining capacity, effectively becoming a monopoly. This gave Rockefeller immense power over the market, allowing him to dictate prices and control supply. Rockefeller, like Carnegie, was a complex figure. He was a devout Baptist who believed in hard work and efficiency. He donated millions to philanthropic causes, establishing foundations that funded education, medicine, and scientific research. However, his ruthless business practices, which often exploited workers and crushed competition, made him a symbol of corporate greed and a target for antitrust sentiment. Cornelius Vanderbilt, a man of humble origins, built his fortune in shipping and later, railroads. Starting with a single ferry boat, he amassed a transportation empire that spanned rivers, canals, and ultimately, railways. Vanderbilt was known for his aggressive business tactics and his unwavering determination. He wasn't afraid to engage in price wars or use his political connections to gain an advantage. He understood the importance of consolidation and efficiency in the railroad industry. During his time, railroads were often fragmented and poorly managed. Vanderbilt saw an opportunity to create a more integrated and profitable system. He acquired smaller railroads, often through hostile takeovers, and consolidated them under his control. He invested heavily in infrastructure upgrades, replacing iron rails with steel and standardizing track gauge. This allowed for faster, more efficient, and ultimately more profitable transportation. Vanderbilt's crowning achievement was the creation of the New York Central Railroad, which connected New York City to Chicago and other major Midwestern cities. This rail system became the backbone of American commerce, facilitating the transportation of goods and people on an unprecedented scale. Vanderbilt, unlike some of his contemporaries, was not known for his philanthropy. He believed that wealth was meant to be earned, and he was often ruthless in its pursuit. His legacy lies in the vast transportation network he created, a system that played a pivotal role in the economic expansion of the United States. J.P. Morgan was a different breed of robber baron. While Carnegie controlled steel, Rockefeller dominated oil, and Vanderbilt ruled railroads, Morgan was the master of finance, a power broker who wielded immense influence over Wall Street and the American economy. Unlike the self-made industrialists, Morgan was born into wealth and privilege. He leveraged his family's banking connections to build his empire. He had a keen eye for profitable investments and a knack for restructuring struggling businesses. Morgan's influence extended far beyond Wall Street. He financed the creation of giant corporations like General Electric and U.S. Steel. He intervened in financial panics, using his personal wealth to stabilize the market and prevent economic collapse. He was instrumental in the creation of the Federal Reserve System, the central banking system of the United States. Morgan believed in order and stability. He saw himself as a force for good, using his financial prowess to bring order to the chaotic world of American capitalism. He was a controversial figure, often accused of having too much power and manipulating the market for his own benefit. However, there's no denying his significant impact on the development of modern American finance. His legacy is a mixed bag, a testament to the power of finance and the need for regulation to prevent its abuse.